200 countries around the world.
You might have
We
to
haven't
say it
in-
again, Carolyn.
Well, no, I'll write it. No, I'll
Yeah,
text it
text
to you.
it to us,
I'll
and then we
text it
all
to you.
can just copy it off, which is
Yeah.
even easier.
And then
Yeah.
your brain will
Sounds like
remember.
It sounds
you
like
write
it's
it
on
down.
the website though, right? It is on the
Well,
website.
it was, but it's not always on there. I only saw it one day and I wrote it down right away because I thought it was excellent.
Okay, just say it again, just kind of slowly for us, but
Okay.
somebody can type it in.
So somebody says, what are you doing? How are you? Blah, blah, blah. Say, oh, I'm so happy you asked. I just partnered up with a Canadian company called Opulence. It's a company, I'm sure you never heard of them, but it offers a turnkey work from home e-commerce opportunity to entrepreneurs from around the world. And
Okay,
that will create some interest. But, oh, really? Geez, everybody wants an online business. I said, you're right, they do. And I wondered if you'd like to have coffee with me and I can introduce you to some of our revolutionary products in beauty, health, or fashion. And to look at you, I know you like all three of those.
Yeah, that's a great point too, is giving them a compliment, with the way that you look and the way that you dress. You're going to love this, or you're going to be blown away, or this is going to be perfect for you, or something like that.
And once you get the appointment, talk about the weather. Don't say anything else about Opulence. Nothing about product, nothing about your jewelry, nothing. Just say, listen, I'll tell you all about it when we get together on Tuesday for coffee. But what else is new in your life? Have you been to a good movie lately? Blah, blah, blah. You read a good book, whatever. Do not say anything else, because then you'll start giving away the farm because you're excited and there'll be no need to meet you for coffee.
Yeah, the curiosity factor is massive.
It really is.
Yeah. And by giving them a brochure, I mean, we had coffee with Ifra when she was in town, and she does hand out a brochure for FOL to people. But I've always been kind of along the same lines as you, Carolyn, is let's get together. Let's get together. Let's have a coffee. Let's have a chat. I got a little doggy coming on my knee. Oh, hello.
Uh-oh, we've lost Karen now. She's got a dog in her life.
My baby.
And the other key thing is that, like, when you got the appointment, to be quiet, and when you ask for the sale, be quiet. Say nothing. As soon as you ask for that sale. So, Shauna, would you like to give this FOL a try? I think you'll be very, very happy. And would you like one bottle or two? And then quiet. And then let Shauna talk. Yes, I'd love to try this product. You got me so excited about it. I'll take two. Perfect. And then write up the order and then talk about the weather. Because you can talk yourself in and out of an appointment and in and out of a sale pretty darn easy.
Okay, so how would you?
It's like just a little example here. The other day, my niece is getting married, and her social is in Stonewall. She put out a message on Facebook. Tickets are available for my social. I says, great, Brooke. Should I just e-transfer you some money? Dave and I'll take a couple of tickets. You know what she said? It made me laugh because she's no salesperson. She said, you can talk to any of these three people. And one was her mother-in-law to be, and one was a friend I didn't know, and another one was somebody else I didn't know. And I thought, wow, Brooke, when someone offers to give you money, take it now. When someone sells, I got a sale, take it now. I mean, I will buy the tickets because she's my niece, but that's just kind of an example. When people say yes, write it up.
So what I'm hearing, Carolyn, and everybody, this is really important because this is stuff that's learned over the years, right? Building company after company, and it's all the same. It's all the same. I mean, it doesn't really matter what your product is. It could be widgets. It's this philosophy or this psychology of the people that is so important. And once we really get disciplined with it, and we really do acknowledge it, using that curiosity, using the initial you know, positive, upbeat, excitement, you know, really feel good. Talking about them, asking them questions is really, really important. And most people, if they're not a total narcissist, will come along and say to you, "So, Carolyn, what are you doing now?
Well,
Tell
you
me,
know,
I've been talking for the last 20 minutes. Tell me what you're up to."
well, I
Well,
retired a year ago and now I'm bored. So I just signed up with it. I just partnered with this Canadian company, incredible company called Opulence. Have you ever heard of them?
actually,
I'm-
no, I haven't. I
No,
haven't heard
well,
of
I'm
it.
not surprised. It's a well-kept secret here. And they offer a turnkey work from home e-commerce opportunity to people all over the world. Entrepreneurs dream, and their product line is in fashion, health, and beauty. Which of
Oh
those
my
three turns
God,
you on?
you're kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Action?
So I'm glad. Why don't we get together, Karen? I'd love to buy coffee, show you some of our product line. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, we could probably do that.
Super. You got any time this week? I am free Tuesday or Thursday afternoon if that works.
Well, afternoons aren't good for me, but I could certainly look at my schedule this week.
How about morning? Are you an early riser?
Actually, mornings, yeah, mornings. Mornings
Super.
are better for me.
Well, why don't we do breakfast? I haven't seen you runny eggs for a long time. Why don't we do breakfast?
All right, it's a date. It's a date. I'll
Yeah.
schedule you in my day timer.
Okay,
That
so I'll
sounds
meet you.
interesting. Can you tell me more about it?
Yeah, when I see you.
Oh, okay. Okay. So,
Yeah,
so
I'll tell you everything.
I can't squeeze anything out of you now.
Nope, nope. Then you wouldn't want to meet me, and I haven't seen you for ages, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you.
Okay, perfect. Let's do it.
But
Let's
I
do
will
breakfast.
guarantee you will love something.
Thank you. Okay, see you
Hey,
then.
yep.
So basically, she wouldn't give me any more info. That's what a lot of people will try to do. They'll
Mhm.
try to weasel more information out of you before the appointment to
Yep.
make the assessment whether the appointment. I love the way you said, you know, trust me, it'll be worth your while. We don't have to meet long. We can have either a coffee or we could do brekkie, you know, like
Yep.
give them the option of I'll buy you a coffee or we could have breakfast or, you know, whatever works for you in the AM. Or we can jump on a Zoom and take about 20 minutes. I need about 20 minutes.
I know, and that's so easy. You know, and this is a home-based business and it's an online business, and Zoom is kind of the wave of the future. But you can't go wrong when you meet somebody face to face. And
If
then they
they're
can
in the
touch the
same
product
city.
and feel the product, and you're building way more rapport than you are on an electron. I mean, I'm old,
Oh,
and if you're dealing with old people, that's what they would like, is let's go get together and have some real connection. Because there
Yeah.
isn't near enough but going on.
that's
So
one
really,
of the
if you-
reasons, Carolyn, just so you know, Shauna has been doing wine and women, well, not just women, but wine and product nights. Like she started off with product nights in her home. And we've learned a lot from doing those. So I'm going to be starting those as well for anybody that wants to come on Wednesdays. So we're going to really build that like and trust over the product idea.
Mhm.
We do have a bit of the business in it, but we don't push it at that point in time. We let them know that there is a business available and they can just be a VIP. And what we're also finding, Carolyn, is we're finding that just so you know what's been happening in Winnipeg, Catherine came up with a really good idea one of our events and said, let's get them signed up as a VIP right now. And actually it worked in her favor because the girl was a younger girl and was very techie and absolutely loved the website and started sharing it around. So we thought to ourselves, shit, we're missing this opportunity
I know.
by not letting them sign up as a VIP and have their own site if they want to go on and look and watch the videos or peruse around the product. So we started signing, you know, basically stating, we're going to sign you up for a free VIP site so that you can have all the products at your fingertips. And this is usually after a product night, but it's working quite well. I don't want to do all the talking here. I want to hear from the team and hear this is your opportunity to talk to somebody who's a veteran in the industry and has built herself into massive incomes. So take advantage of Carolyn while she's on this call, ask away, give some scenarios, do what you need to do, because this is all about getting better at this one skill. And if we get better at this one skill, we're off to the races.
Two
Carolyn.
skills, be able to answer, what do you do when people ask you, what do you do? Have it like just that one sentence I'm gonna send you. What do you do? Book an appointment and ask for the sale. That's really all this business is. Book an appointment, ask for the sale. You're gonna do a presentation at that. But if you can master booking the appointment, be quiet when you get it, and then ask for the sale, you're done.
And Carolyn, how
Yes.
do you answer when people start creating, when you talk about the product or something and they start, oh, I don't like jewelry, or oh, this is not for me, I'm not interested in any health product, or what is your approach?
I guess it would depend how badly I'd want them, but I'd probably say, oh, that's too bad. You're probably right then. If you don't think it's for you, that's okay. If you come across somebody who cares about health and beauty, please pass on my name. I got an incredible line here.
I
let it
have
go.
an
let
alternative
it
to
go.
that as well. I have an alternative to that answer as well.
What would you say? Would you be nicer than me?
Well, I would just say, I totally get that, but I think you're probably not quite sure what you're not knowing what you're saying no to. And I think, if time is an issue, let's get together on a quick Zoom. I really, looking at you and knowing who you are and the fact that you take care of yourself and the fact that, you do a lot of charity work, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I really would love for you to take a few minutes and have a look at this, because I think you'll be very happy that you did.
So like,
And-
okay, but
And
your
I really-
approach,
I
Karen,
couldn't say
it
no
is,
to Karen. I had to text her no when she asked me, because she's very persuasive.
but again,
Yeah,
like you would say, Karen, your approach right now is when you are talking on the phone to set up an appointment and the person kind of oh, I don't like jewelry or this or that. Then you're talking about getting together or in person or to set up a 20 minutes Zoom and talk about the product, right?
See, for me, if they're saying no already to the product, we've told them too much.
Yeah, that's true.
Told them,
That's very
we've
true.
said too much to them, because we really don't need to talk about fashion, beauty, and health. We just need to talk to them about a company that they probably haven't heard of, and it's giving people an opportunity to partner with them and do an e-commerce model all around the world, and with products that are revolutionary. There's nothing like them in the industry. And I know you've probably heard that before, but it's absolutely true. So, and you know what? When you see it, you'll be blown away. So,
And you said line too. It's a well-kept, I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it. It's a well-kept secret in Winnipeg. We're just starting to tell people.
it's one of
It's a
the best
secret.
kept secrets in Winnipeg. And the reason is because people join us and they're from around the world. So a lot of times, the concept just spreads all over the world. But, let me ask you a question. What are you doing right now? How has the pandemic affected you? Have you had any major changes in your life that you didn't expect? Or do you know anybody that has? And have you noticed that, things are inflated? Like, I don't know about you, but when I go to the store, I get about a third of what I used to get a year ago. And, it's a little concerning. So whether or not the concept, the product is for you, it could very well potentially be, are you open to extra streams of income? Are you open to some tax benefits? Do you have, one of the things that I ask a lot, do you have a home-based business? Because if you don't have a home-based business, you're paying 9 to 10 grand easily a year extra in taxes that you don't need to. You know, so why
That's
don't we sit
huge.
down? Why don't we sit down and I'll show you a couple things. And, you know, no pressure. If it's for you, it may or may not be for you. I like that saying too. It may or may not be for you, but that's cool. We can catch up, have a coffee, and go from there.
You know, I wrote an ad. I'll read it to you if you like. And this is an ad I am going to message through Messenger to people I personally know. I'm not going to put it out in social media. This is going to be a personal message. So here's my ad. Hey, Karen, is your retirement fund feeling the pinch of inflation and soaring prices? I've got an exciting solution for you, a turnkey online business in the fashion, health, and beauty industry. Enjoy home-based tax write-offs, earn commission, save money on everyday essentials. If prosperity in 2024 sounds good to you, message me today for the details. Happy New Year. And you can word that any way you want in your wording. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. But basically, that's my message to people that know me.
Okay, well, that's
A
cool.
direct message.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, to me, I always feel the more casual we are, the more concerned about them we are in our conversation, the more benefit that we can pull up without giving away the farm. That is the key. They won't know what Fountain of Life is really from the, you know, it's really needs to be explained to them, you know.
I
Like,
found the fountain of
I'll
youth.
give you an example. Last night, Carolyn and I did a three-way, I did a presentation sort of on the phone with a woman who has 2 challenged children that she adopted. And so she had to cut us short because she had an emergency. But Carolyn got back in touch with her and she ended up purchasing quite a bit of product. Correct, Carolyn?
Yeah, I haven't checked her order, but yeah, she's very interested in product, very interested in health. And
So what happened was we had a shitty Zoom, but so we got we got on the phone, but I kept the PowerPoint in front of me, the new PowerPoint that we have on the stick. And I just sat and talked very casually because I said to her, tell me, because I knew that Carolyn had told me that she'd been in the industry. And she said, yeah, she had, and she does trade shows. And I asked her what company she'd been in, and she told me. And then I asked her, what did she like about the industry? And one of the things that she told me was she liked the teamwork of the industry. She liked working together with a team. I said, oh, that's awesome. So right away, that tells me a lot about her, right? You know where the direction, you know the hot button, you know that the fact that the support, the materials, the trainings, the camaraderie, the connection with the team is going to be really important to her. But and then I asked her, so in a shortened version, because I asked her how much time she had, and she only had 30 minutes. So I said, what is the most important thing for you to hear about today? And she said, product. So then when we got on the phone, I had the PowerPoint up and I just went through, like I just kept going through, reading off the FOL information, but in a very casual way. So it didn't sound read, but all the information was there. And then she had an emergency and she got cut off, but we had gotten to be able to talk quite a bit about, you know, the exclusivity of the product and, you know, yada, yada, yada. So Carolyn called me back later and said, wow, she's buying a bunch of product. And of course, that's what we focused on, right? So now once she buys a bunch of product, let her buy. Don't tell her, oh, don't buy, you'll get it at a discount if you get in the business. No, we got to stop doing that. We got to let people buy.
Yeah,
Let them buy, let them pay full retail, let them become a VIP customer, let them fall in love with the products, and then reapproach them with the business. And so anyway, Carolyn called me after. I'm just giving you the scenario of what happened last night. And she said to me, I could never have said all that about what you said. It was like, how did you know all that? How did you say all that? And I said, basically, Carolyn, I was just working with the PowerPoint that we have.
I know, and I
So
found
that-
out where the PowerPoint was. But she was, Karen, I mean, Karen is an incredible salesperson. She had me sold. Like all the things that you can get from FOL. I finally got my own story. Took me a long time, but I finally got my own story. Yeah, take the sale when you can get it. And you got a lifetime to train them on everything else.
Yeah. So anyway, let's us stop talking and let's see what the team would like to. Let's go around the room because I think
I
it's
have a
always really
question. I have a question.
okay.
I just haven't been able to ask it. How would
Okay.
you, how would you close a partnership? How would you close a partnership? We're in the business to build partnerships. So how do you
How do you mean, like a husband and wife partnership or partnering with you?
partnering with Opulence Global? Like, how do you sell a package?
Well, you got to ask. I mean, I'm very direct when I do sales. I don't like people who talk in circles and I don't know what they're talking about. So I would just say, so that's Shauna that we're talking to, right?
Yes.
So Shauna, would you like to join our team and start building an Opulence business? God, yeah, I would. Well, let me take you through the packages. And then go to your website there where they've got the 3 different packages. Now, which one, and give your little sales pitch on each one. And I signed up with this one, and this is the reason why. Which one of these suit your needs?
Wow.
Another thing you can say at that point is say, let me ask you a question. Because it's all about questions, right? Do you want to build, tell me what your ideal business looks like. Is it a big, massive business that has partners all over the globe? Or are you just looking to make, an extra $200 or $300 a month or $500 a month, or get your products free? What is in your, what would be the most appealing to you? And then when they answer, listen to the answer, and then say, well, based on what you've just told me, my recommendation then would be that you select this package, and I'll tell you why. And so if they said, I want a big, massive business and I want to make $10,000 a month and I want to travel and I want to build other countries and I want to retire in Florida and I want to build it in Greece, you would say, well, I would recommend the LA Plus package, and I'll tell you why. Because if you want to build faster, building a big business is easier to build faster than slower. And when you want to get into momentum, the LA Plus package is going to generate the most revenue, the quickest period of time, the greater discounts. And if you build with LA packages, because people will do what you do. So if you become an LA Plus, you're most likely the people that you introduce to this business will follow your lead and they'll become LA Pluses as well. So once you introduce other LA Pluses, it's more revenue for you. It is more product for them to get started with and greater retail profits. So everybody wins and it's a faster build. So you tell me, Shauna, what would you like to see happen with you in this business?
That's great. That's
You
really
just
great.
scared me.
You just what?
I said, you just scared me.
Well, you know what? If they told me that they only wanted $300 or $400 extra a month, I would say, you know what? Probably either the brand package or the LA package. Our CEO always recommends that we push ourselves a little bit beyond our comfort zone, because when we have a little bit more skin in the game, we tend to do more and we don't just forget about it. So I would probably
Yeah.
recommend the LA package. You're going to get more product, so you can share with your family, your friends, and you're going to get it at a better discount as well. But, there's no pressure here, as far as how you want to build. Basically, if you want to make $300 or $500 extra a month, that's a great package to start with.
And you can't upgrade, right? You have to start all over.
Well, that's why I would say, that's another reason you could say, you could start off with a brand package, but just keep in mind that if things go a lot better than you think they are gonna, and chances are they will, once people get on the products and they start getting results, you really can't just upgrade from the brand partner package. You have to come in again. Or if you want to get off to a very quick start and share with another couple of other brand partners, they will upgrade you for free if you do that in the first 30 days. But by the sounds of what you're saying to me, you want to take your time, you want to build slowly, and you want to make an extra $500 a month. My recommendation would be the LA package. You're going to get a great discount. You're going to get enough product to get yourself started with. You're going to have some product to turn around and sell. So your money's going to be back, and you're going to be in a very good position if your business does take off.
Perfect. Okay, sign me up.
Does that answer the question, Shauna?
Yes, that was really great. Yeah, really, really good. Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to know how to close anything?
Okay, here's a situation. Now, you get like in trust, you get the appointment, you show them the tour, and then you get them kind of either not committing or they're pulling back, and or they start to just put you off
Okay,
every
one
time you
thing,
kind of call to check in with them. What do you do at that point?
one thing that I'd recommend that I'm just going to take this opportunity. You can answer whenever you want, Carolyn, but one thing that I know that is going to be tremendously helpful, and we're not using it. We're not using it. None of us are using it right now, is the power of the three-way call. Carolyn and I have used three-way calls since the beginning of our careers. And really, opulence is for whatever reason, people are not using three-way calls. So when you're in a situation, if you're by yourself and you're presenting to this person, you're either on Zoom or you're having coffee, your most powerful way to close that person is going to be to get myself or somebody's Carolyn or Shauna or somebody that either has a product testimonial or Kelly that has a business testimonial or whatever it is that you need. Know your team, know what you can bring into the fold, and say, give me a minute. I just want to get one of my business partners on the line. You've got to hear this story. You've got to hear, you got to hear Sherilyn's story. She has had just such an incredible transformation. Or, oh man, you got to hear, you're a business owner. You understand. You got to hold on. I'm going to get my business partner on the line, Shauna Bella. She has had a traditional business, a design business for years and years and years, and went through hell in COVID. I just want to get her on the line. Give me a couple of seconds. And I'll just have her share her story, because people don't want you to bridge them on a line if they think they're going to be power closed. But if you're going to get them on the line as a three-way, oh, hey, just a minute. You know what? My friend Kelly, we go back a long way. We've been in this business now together for a number of years, and she's done extremely well. She's from Brazil, and she wanted a business that she could take to or bring to Canada, but she found out she could take this to Brazil. Just a sec. I'm going to get her on the line, and let's get her on. I just want you to hear her story of what's happened to her with opulence. So that's three powerhouses that you could have this person say hello, and when you do a three-way call, we need to bridge them properly. We need to respect our client and say, Shauna, this is Carolyn. Carolyn, I've worked together with her in the past for many years. We've built successful businesses together. She's in between companies. I'd love her. She's also been a traditional business owner. I'd love her to hear your story. Carolyn, this is Shauna, da, 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 da. Introduce them, let them say hello. And then you take control of the call and you ask Shauna what you know Carolyn needs to hear. And you let Shauna answer, and it becomes very, very natural and very fun, and that we can kibitz around and, you know, and have fun with it. They will remember Shauna's story way more than they'll remember anything you told them in detail about the business.
Exactly.
They'll
And you know,
remember
when you're doing,
Kelly's story, they'll remember Cheryl Lynn's health story. And that's what they'll, even if you don't close them at that moment, that's what will stay in their mind. And they'll also see that you're a team player and that you work together and they won't be alone.
if
If
you're
you're
talking
trying
to
to
any
close people
networker,
by yourself, we're losing out. Sorry, go ahead.
if you're talking to any networker, they're gonna, and it's a courtesy to a networker too, to introduce them, like do a three-way call.
Yes,
It's respectful.
absolutely.
But Cheryl Lynn, I know you know tons about this company. I know little, which kind of works to my benefit in ways. When you're doing a 45-minute presentation, that's a long time to expect people to listen. If you inject lots of questions and keep watching your client, because lots of times I would just close my book when I was doing presentations and say, you know what, Sherilyn, I can tell you're not the least bit interested. That's okay. Let's just enjoy coffee and shut the book and just have fun. Like, just forget that you even prospected them. Because when you say they're putting you off and they're not really engaging, you got to ask some questions as you're going through that presentation. And I don't know your presentation well enough to go through and interject some good questions right now, but keep an eye on your customer, especially if you're in a restaurant. And I've closed the book on many. And, you know, you may prospect them again later, but if they're not listening, don't waste your time. It takes a lot of energy to do a good presentation. And
you know-
don't feel like you failed. You've read your customer right.
The way that we've done the presentation now too, the way, you know, this presentation that we just did, we kind of fashioned it after Renee and Ifra's presentation. And, oh, are you? Anyway, so it's kind of like you could stop and just finish right at become a VIP and sign them up as a VIP and not even continue at all. And, you know, and then maybe do a couple of 3-ways with product testimonial and say, so, you know, let's get you signed up as a VIP. What are you thinking? How are you thinking of a 1 month or a 3 month on FOL? You want to get started on it? And if they want to get started on it, do the questionnaire with them and let them just buy the FOL and say, you know what, we can take a look at this a little further when you know you're getting some great results on FOL. We can talk about how you can make some money with this thing. I mean, obviously, you're going into different situations at different interest levels with different people.
Mm-hmm.
If I was talking to a networker, I'd be moving a really fast through the product. I wouldn't be going into major detail on it. I'd be getting to that, how we get paid. Because in a lot of cases, well, I'd be focusing on the flagship product and really stressing how they could build a business with that one entire product. They could build an entire business with just FOL, and it would keep it simple for them and get to the comp plan. Whereas other people never even care about a comp plan. They don't even know what they don't even know what a comp plan is. So to bring out a comp plan for them right then. So it's all about, like, I agree with you, Carolyn. It's all about just tuning in to where that person is at. And the only way that we can do that is when we ask questions.
Yeah. You know, Renee did a training last year. I have his notes here on what makes his company different, like how to compare to other networking companies. He's got about 11 things. They're awesome. If you have that, if you know that you're going to see somebody who's been in network marketing and you are prospecting them on the business alone, have that list ready because it is excellent.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I have another question.
I'm sorry, people, it's
And that is
7:55.
in reference. I'm
It is
sorry?
it is 7:55 and I'll have to close the meeting down.
All
As
right.
well as
Okay.
another meeting.
well, we can continue next week if this is a topic we all feel passionate about. Put it in the chat if you want to continue this type of call.
Or why I can't put in a password.
Okay, that was just Daria, sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, let's close her down, get on forensic and put in the chat what your feedback is, what your thoughts are, any questions. We're all in that chat and let's maybe continue this next week if we feel this is helpful.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Donna,
Okay.
for doing this Zoom. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna send that line to you right away.
thank you very much, Carolyn.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
got this,
Carolyn,
Carolyn. I just-
Karen, everybody.
Great input. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, I
Awesome.
just found my notes here from Renee, if you don't have them.
Okay, if you want to put them in a,
Wanna
in
type
in the
the
WhatsApp, United
11
We
questions for
Stand
us?
group.
N-
United We Stand
No,
group.